Pelicans are a genus of large water birds that make up the family Pelecanidae. They are characterized by a long beak and a large throat pouch used for catching prey and draining water from the scooped-up contents before swallowing. They have predominantly pale plumage, except for the brown and Peruvian pelicans Pelican, any of 7 or 8 species of water birds in the genus Pelecannus, constituting the family Pelecanidae distinguished by their large elastic throat pouches. Pelicans inhabit lakes, rivers, and seacoasts in many parts of the world, with some species reaching a length of 180 centimeters, 70 inches, having a wingspan of 3 meters, 10 feet, and weighing up to 13 kilograms, 30 pounds. They are among the largest of living birds. These birds have the largest beaks of any bird. In some species, the beak can reach up to 18 inches long. The large pouch, called a gular, underneath the beak is the pelican's most unique feature. These birds use their unique anatomy primarily to scoop up fish and then drain out the water that comes with their catch. But some birds also use their beak pouch as a way to cool themselves by swinging it back and forth on warm days. The upper part of the beak also has a downward hook, which these birds also use for catching fish. Male Australian pelicans have the longest bills of any species, measuring 1.6 feet long. These birds are extremely social birds, living in colonies of several hundred individuals. Groups of these birds are known by many different names, including reef, pod, pouch, squadron, and scoop. They like to be around other bird species, too, including cormorants or flamingos. Depending on the species, they build nests in trees, bushes, or on the ground. When they are not eating, they spend their time sleeping, sunbathing, or preening. At dusk, the bird will settle down to sleep with their heads resting back on their shoulders, eyes closed, and feathers ruffled against the cold. These birds are carnivores, eating a diet primarily of fish. Their favorites are carp, shiners, mullet, and minnows, although preferred fish vary by species. They will also eat amphibians, crustaceans, insects, other birds, and even small mammals. They eat in groups or by themselves, although Dalmatian and pink-backed pelicans prefer to eat alone. Brown and Peruvian pelicans spot their prey at great heights and then dive into the water to retrieve their catch. Pelicans eat fish, which they catch by using the extensible throat pouch as a dip net. The pouch is not used to store the fish, which are swallowed immediately. One species, the brown pelican, captures fish by a spectacular plunge from the air, but other species swim in formation, driving small schools of fish into shoal water where they are scooped up by the birds. These birds are monogamous for a single season. Males use various tactics to attract females when mating. Some pelican species only mate seasonally, while others can mate all year long. Males in some species change the color of their pouch and neck feathers during courtship to attract females. Both sexes are involved in building nests that usually consist of feathers, leaves, and sticks. Ground nesting species have a complicated courtship ritual that consists of several males chasing after one female. Tree nesting species have a more simple courtship where males advertise for females. Copulation occurs at the nest 3 to 10 days before egg laying. Both males and females are in charge of building the nests, using feathers, leaves, and sticks. Females can lay anywhere from 1 to 6 eggs, depending upon the species, which take 30 to 36 days to incubate. Both parents incubate the eggs by standing on top of them. Eggs hatch in the order laid, with the first chick usually being the largest. Hatchling chicks are naked and pink, eventually darkening to grey or black within 14 days, followed by a covering of white or grey down. Immature pelicans have feathers that are darker than those of their parents. Young pelicans feed by sticking their beaks into their parents' gullet to retrieve regurgitated fish. When chicks are about 25 days old, they begin to gather in pods of other young birds. Parents recognize and only feed their offspring. By 2 months, they begin to go further afield and occasionally swim, sometimes practicing communal feeding. By 12 weeks, they leave the nest, sometimes remaining with their parents but are rarely fed by them. Pelican birds are sexually mature at 3 to 4 years of age. Pelicans have a lifespan of 10 to 30 years in the wild. The oldest recorded wild animal of this genus lived to 43 years. Pelican, any of 7 or 8 species of water birds in the genus Pelecannus constituting the family Pelecanidae, distinguished by their large, elastic throat pouches. Pelicans inhabit lakes, rivers, and seacoasts in many parts of the world, with some species reaching a length of 180 centimeters, 70 inches, having a wingspan of 3 meters, 10 feet, and weighing up to 13 kilograms, 30 pounds. They are among the largest of living birds.